Ever wondered what happens to your hard-earned cash once it lands in your Monzo account? Is it safe? Is it just floating around in the digital ether? Can Monzo actually hold your money? These are questions I get asked a lot, and they're incredibly important. After all, we're talking about your finances, the lifeblood of your daily existence. So, in this video, we're diving deep into the world of Monzo and exploring the security measures they have in place to protect your funds. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, Monzo can hold your money. That's the fundamental purpose of a bank, right? To receive, hold, and manage your deposits. But the real question isn't can they, but how do they, and how safely do they do it? Monzo is a fully licensed UK bank, which means they operate under strict regulations set by the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, and the Prudential Regulation Authority, PRA. These regulatory bodies are essentially the watchdogs of the financial world, ensuring that banks adhere to stringent rules designed to protect consumers. Think of them as the financial referees, making sure everyone plays fair. One of the most crucial safeguards is the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, FSCS. This is a government-backed scheme that protects your deposits up to £85,000 per person, per authorized firm. So, if, in the highly unlikely event that Monzo were to go bust, your money up to that amount is guaranteed to be returned to you. This safety net provides a significant level of reassurance and is a cornerstone of consumer protection in the UK banking system. Now, let's talk about how Monzo actually holds your money. They don't just stash it all in a giant vault somewhere. Instead, like other modern banks, they use a combination of methods. A significant portion of your deposits is held in secure accounts at the Bank of England, the central bank of the UK. This is about as safe as it gets. The Bank of England is the bedrock of the UK financial system, and holding funds there offers an unparalleled level of security. Monzo also invests a portion of your deposits in various financial instruments. This is how banks make money, by lending it out or investing it. However, this is where the regulations come into play. Monzo is required to maintain a certain level of capital reserves, meaning they can't just gamble away all your money on risky investments. The FCA and PRA keep a close eye on these activities, ensuring that banks manage their investments prudently and don't take excessive risks. Beyond these fundamental safeguards, Monzo employs a range of technological measures to protect your money. Their app is designed with security in mind, using encryption and multi-factor authentication to prevent unauthorized access. This means that even if someone manages to get their hands on your phone, they'll have a very difficult time accessing your account without your unique PIN or biometric identification. Monzo also uses sophisticated fraud detection systems that constantly monitor transactions for suspicious activity. If the system detects something unusual, like a large or unexpected transfer, it might flag the transaction and contact you to verify it. This proactive approach helps to catch potential fraud before it can cause serious damage. Another important aspect of security is data protection. Monzo handles a lot of personal and financial information, and they have a legal and ethical obligation to keep it safe. They comply with strict data protection regulations, like GDPR, which dictate how they can collect, store, and use your data. This means they can't just sell your information to third parties without your explicit consent. Now, let's address some common concerns. People sometimes worry about the security of digital banks compared to traditional brick-and-mortar banks. The truth is, modern digital banks like Monzo often have even more robust security measures in place than traditional banks. They don't have the same vulnerabilities that physical branches might have, like the risk of robberies. Instead, they focus on digital security, which is constantly evolving to stay ahead of new threats. Another question I often hear is, what happens if Monzo goes bankrupt? As we discussed earlier, the FSCS is there to protect your deposits up to £85,000. But beyond that, the regulatory framework also requires banks to have contingency plans in place for winding down their operations in an orderly fashion. This means that even in a worst-case scenario, there are mechanisms in place to ensure that customers get their money back. It's also important to remember that security is a two-way street. While Monzo invests heavily in protecting your money, you also have a role to play. Be sure to use strong passwords, keep your app updated, and be wary of phishing scams or other attempts to trick you into revealing your login details. Never share your PIN or other sensitive information with anyone, even if they claim to be from Monzo. The bank will never ask you for your full PIN. So, can Monzo hold your money safely? The answer is a resounding yes. They operate under strict regulations, participate in the FSCS scheme, hold funds at the Bank of England, and employ a range of technological measures to protect your money. While no system is completely foolproof, Monzo takes security extremely seriously and is constantly working to improve its defenses against evolving threats. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.